this in the first place. And to everybody here, I think most everybody here probably understands that when you get the federal government involved in more and more things in our life, it's going to cost more, it's going to take more and more of our liberty away from us. So when you think about going to the federal government to solve our problems, think again. Our 13 original colonists came into a union, kicking and screaming, many of them. Don't violate our states' rights, and we'll only do this if we can keep many of these rights as states. And the federal government is more and more restricting those.
Thank you. One quick response, because we want to get to another one. Here's all you got to think about. Medicare and Medicaid came into existence in the 60s as safety nets. Safety nets for those who couldn't get it anywhere else. Fast forward 50 years, they are now middle and upper middle class entitlements. My parents live in a fancy retirement home in Barrington. Their Medicare, they should be getting Medicare every bit as much as folks who really, truly need it. And we as a country have let this happen. We as a country need to have a talk. Because right now, folks, you may believe in that. You may want it to be a middle-class entitlement. But by golly, then you got to sit down with me and we got to figure out how to pay for it. Or every dollar this man makes in 30 years, 90 cents is going to go to the government. You don't want that. Yeah, I know he doesn't want that. We don't want that for him. Last question, and then I have a, Carol Ann, then I have a 45-minute wrap. This, thank you, go, and then this is my last question.
Thank you again for coming here, and as a teacher, as an educator, I think you're doing a hell of a job. Please keep it up. What you have to do, because there's a lot of good people that are Democrats. I used to be a Democrat, you know, when Kennedy was my president, but LBJ turned me off. You know, like Reagan, he didn't leave the Democratic Party and left us. Now, he brought up the fact that Medicaid, or Medicare, started in the 60s. You know who went on, or is going on Medicare this year? My old heartthrob, Cher. Now, I can't believe it. When I heard that, I didn't realize she was that old. You know, she still looks pretty good. Anyway,
Carol Ann, get ready to take the mic.
No, all I'm saying is that I am on Medicare, and I didn't want to be on Medicare. It cost me more to be on Medicare than I could get insurance through my wife's company, okay? And I think there's a lot of people like me that have to get on Medicare, and I think we have to stop this. One last thing with regard to the debt. Please keep up the fight. You know what the interest rate is? Well, I'm going to put you on the spot. We are, our 2-year note, we now, if you buy a U.S. Treasury 2-year note, 0.69%. In April, I thought it was high and I almost bought them. Spanish bonds were at 16%. Today, they're at 24.99% for 2 years. That's where you invest your money. It's coming to us.
Thank you. Last question. My favorite audience member. The floor is yours, kiddo. What's your first name? Claire, you own the room.
Can I please have your autograph?
It's great for that. When I'm done, you've got it. Definitely. It's the first time I've ever met Claire, I swear to God. Thank you. She's smiling. Hey, let me close with this. Again, I'll close as I began, consistently. Ain't nothing special about what I'm doing. I am part of this community. The special people in this community are the people that got up off the couches and started a movement to take this country back. You all should go to bed tonight and pat yourselves on the back. But man, there's a lot of work to do. Again, I want to give a shout out to a phenomenal organization that is nothing but a grassroots group of people that's trying to take their country back. Get involved in this group. I don't know if I can say this, I'm a congressman. Support the group. Get involved, work with them, give them money. Americans for Prosperity. It's a phenomenal, game-changing group. Get involved with them. Thank you, Jay. I'm not done yet. I'll close with this. Raise your hands if you all have a better quality of life than your parents had. Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you, throughout your lives, have enjoyed a better quality of life than your parents. Put them down. Put them down. Raise your hands if you think 20, 30, 40 years from now, your kids and your grandkids will have a better quality of life than what you have had. Folks, thank you. Look at the room. That's what this is about. We are about to leave our kids and our grandkids with a country. Don't laugh at this, that they will not forgive us for. Look, I'll say it. I'm not yet 50, but I'm getting there. I've got 3 kids. I drafted 2 when I married Helene. I do not have a grandchild yet. So I can tell you, as I said in the campaign, the most important election in the life of my grandchild one day was last November. I've changed my mind. The most important election in the life of my grandson or daughter to be born, hopefully sometime soon, is the next election. A movement begun. If this movement stalls, we're sunk. If the movement doesn't stay on people like me, we're in real trouble. Stay on us in Washington. Don't always hit us over the head. Give us a hug sometimes, because we're trying, but stay on us. This thing has to grow. God bless you. Thanks for coming out.
For anybody who's reminder, in the back of the room, we have petitions for pension reform, where you can go to fixelderpensionsnow.com, sign our petition online for your lawmakers. Feel free to sign those petitions in the back of the room for Senator Kapowski, Representative Fresco, Representative Logan, and Representative Mathias. Thank you.